I'd hunted for quite a few years looking for a nice bull. And my son was just 3 and he kept saying, well, when are you going to shoot an elk, Dad? And I said, well, when I see the right one. And when I shot that one and brought it down here in the yard, he said, it's about time you finally got an elk. My name's Rick Wilhelm, the owner of Copper Ridge Ranch, which is on 360 acres. My family has owned this property since the early 1940s. There's mule deer, there's elk, there's black bear, there's mountain lions, and there's plenty of them around. And the black bears, we seem to harvest 2 or 3 a year. There's been moose standing right here in the irrigation ditch right below the house, and I've seen some really nice mule deer up on top of this mountain, usually when I don't have a tag. The elk hunting is probably as good as it gets for a small piece of property with the forest right behind us. And if you're a patient hunter and a good hunter, it makes you hunt, but there's plenty of elk here, and there's usually a couple of good bulls here, that spend the year here. We have about 1.5 miles of national forest boundary. You're not limited to just hunting on the property. You can go right out into the forest, and that part of the forest is not super accessible. I mean, people can get to it, but it's not the easiest to get to that section of forest, and so not a lot of people do. You can access a good portion, through the center of the property on the irrigation ditch with an ATV. So you basically get back to the hunting ground and park your ATV, and then you get a hunt on foot. Easier access, and it also creates a water source for the wildlife along midway up the mountain. They don't have to go clear down to the stream off the north side or come over this side to the spring. Well, it's tough terrain, but it's definitely good habitat for the wildlife that you can watch them from the house most any time they're here. There's water sources, more than one. I think right now 3 horses on 360 acres, so there's not much competition for the wildlife, and there's plenty of shelter. I mean, these draws are protected. It holds end of the road privacy, really close to downtown Steamboat. When you come through the gate, you're 100 miles from anywhere. Beautiful place to be.